Hi, I forgot to get things ready and unmute. So I was just staring awkwardly for a second. What is up, guys? Hi. What's that? Where's Kim? We'll let the game load, and there will be Kim. Okay. Hold your horses, Los. Oh shit! What did I just? I hope I clicked continue. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Violin.
Oh, hey man,
Ow!
it's good to see you.
Ow! My neck hurts. Did I sleep weird, or is it just residual pain from how I was head banging yesterday? I got caught up in the moment.
Goodbye, officer.
Fukunuk. I mean, you could care.
Hawk cop.
Okay. I should just go straight to her.
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in. Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
He spreads his arms looking around at the speed freak setting up shop.
The would-be leader is cutting some futuristic shapes on the floor, sweating profusely.
I didn't call him yellow. I only called him a monkey fucker. In my defense, I did not think... Well, first of all, I did not have any choices. It railroaded me into saying that. Secondly, I did not realize it was meant as a slur. I thought, like, you know, you call someone a pig fucker, you know? And I apologized to him. What's this there? Apparently.
A cell using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the base. Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk. And in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
These kids got spunk. I admire that. Better here than in that tent. It was safe. I'm genuinely into the hardcore lifestyle. You wouldn't understand. I'm a corrupt cop, Kim. This is a corrupt scheme. Did it for mankind. All of mankind. Better here than in the tent.
Okay.
The lieutenant keeps it laconic. Oh shit, I need to go call the library. Could you use your sign sense to help me contact a coalition warship? Noid, what do you think about the church?
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
I think we were going to ask her to help us with the worship. How old do you think the church is? Over 300 years?
That's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it. On the coast here was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something, but I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude. The sea, perhaps something more fundamental. I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
His voice echoes in the wooden cavern of the church. Does it with all the music, though? The anotic dance music. Did you do drugs with them? No. I did dance with them. I specifically told them no drugs, only dance. And that's all you need in life is dance, no drugs. Get high on rhythm. What style is the church built in?
A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism.
If you say so.
Lawmongerer. It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture.
I'm not so sure that Harry deserves one, but I'm not just a cop, I'm an art cop.
Art of core.
He nods appreciatively. Okay, and what is DeLorean architecture like?
Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff. Early mass production. They made thousands like this. Does that help you out?
What would a DeLorean building look like?
Like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white. A false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical. Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires. Put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginal shit, you know. Marriage shit. Virtue and tyranny.
Marriage is shit, yeah.
Right.
Takes a bolt from his toolbox and spits on it before shining it. Church isn't painted white as far as I can tell.
Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside. Before the sea wind took all the paint off.
Year after year, flake after flake, whitewashed clean, then covered in green moss, slowly peeled by the wind. Your skin crawls from the sensation as you look around.
What did you mean by dead bodies?
Dead bodies of perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a
Sigma.
good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total.
Who here is a Sigma? Spiritual collapse.
I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
First, where is that quote from?
A Sarais man who lived a long time ago, an ancient hardcore brother.
What you're saying is you're not a big fan of the inocentic system.
A 3,000-year-old tyrannical regime of history, built and maintained by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. It's false core.
The way he says it, the force in false core, is invested with 20 kilotons of disgust.
But you guys said the ecclesiasts were all about love and hardcore before, remember?
I only said unity. One word. Figures of authority always misquote you.
He points to his friends.
Andre doesn't care about the Ecclesiastes. He just wants the operation to run smoothly. And Egg is a demi-beast. You shouldn't listen to what people say. You should listen to what they are.
Then I did right to agree with all. I did right not to agree with all the talk about the Ecclesiastes being okay with this then.
The founding party don't give two shits about this place. Look around. They do not have enough love for the human crew to oppose anything anymore. We're on our own.
And then you proposed dance music will supplant this system.
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do.
You know what this kind of stuff goes well with.
I don't need to be a narc. Don't you have to be on drugs for that, though?
Only a little.
Should I? Yeah, wait. Let's see. Los, Jason, Fed, Surla. No, you're fifth, actually. Room is crowded today. Not cool. Shake your head.
All large human gatherings are narcotic. Ask any
Understandable.
such undertaking in history, this included. Chemistry is true to its word.
Do what you need to do.
There is a difference between narcotics and group elation. One kills you, the other does not.
The supercharged humanism that the inocentic system has been feeding us on giant city squares That's not a drug. The sugar and wheat it feeds us is healthy.
Forget it. It would become an imbecilic discussion. You two continue. It's more hardcore that way.
He does not respect me very much. How do you like the glasswork?
I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye.
That's her innocence, Dolores Day. Mind your words.
You defend her, law minion. She was a mass murderer. What's up with that?
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love. Mass murder on the floor.
Okay, but she's the innocence of humanism. Humanism seems to be a pretty big deal around here. But she's pretty.
She invented the beauty you're feeling. She and her glass cutters and iconographers. You set the standard, alright. Then you meet it. It's effective like that, but it is also very soft of core. That so-called beauty of hers.
If anything but softcore, it's anything but softcore, it's terrifying. Then it seems like I like soft because...
You wouldn't be the first. Millions liked her. She's got those mass murdering lips. Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism was invented to mass produce billions of humans. Billions of humans can mass produce hundreds of billions of pigs.
And many, many more tons of sugar.
She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we're living, isn't real life. It's a strategy for some kind of victory against a long dead opponent. But, yo, I'm only annoyed. What do I know?
Go get me my pizza, Noid. Yeah, but, like, who isn't accused of being a mass murderer these days? Am I right?
No one says Arno van Eyck is a mass murderer. The Anodic pioneer Rietveld is not a mass murderer. He is not accused of mass murder. Likewise, no one says Jermaine Egghead or Andre are mass murderers. You can live entirely outside that suspicion. Billions of people go about not being guilty of mass murder. Just not her.
The resettlement programs were totally okay. I'm a big fan of resettlement programs for some reason.
Are you a commie cop?
No, lie.
Then it's inexplicable. Whatever.
There was no reason to even lie there. Why did I lie? I just do it as naturally as I breathe. You can, in fact, write the dude as a commie.
Are you a commie cop? Then that's why. Communism's just a bloodier humanism, if you ask me. Has her love all over it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. Like, the writers did a pretty good job in not railroading any particular belief system. Like, you can go any which way you want with this. That's why I'm a sorry cop and an art cop, just like real life, except the cop part. I do feel there is something terrifying about her.
There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
Take her down, crash it, destroy the window.
Will do.
Alright. Sulk, trying to... I don't know what's a reassuring thing to say here, I'm sorry. I'm kind of dumb. Sulk in peace?
No, Noid. Stop twisting my melon, man. People are gonna love it. It'll be our thing. Plus it keeps the cold out.
Isn't she supposed to be an embodiment of the world spirit?
The world spirit does not have a body. It has organs. Hardcore is an organ of the world spirit. This Arno van Eyck track is an organ. The carpentry and glass cutting that built this house are also organs. She's a thief, if you ask me. An organ thief. All innocences are.
Would you say she was, you know, human?
I like this question, cop man. She did not live the life of a human. She lived like someone who's playing a game. The life of an operator. That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent or some shit like that.
Yeah, they hate this too, point to yourself.
Well, they loved her. They put all their love in her and forgot all about the rest of us.
Yeah, I'm done talking about her. I don't want to talk about her anymore.
What a strange choice of words. Caustic, overflowing with negativity. That can't be healthy.
What?
What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window?
Nothing. Everything. It's a nice window.
Why do you keep saying that if it isn't making you feel well? Don't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about that damn window.
Let's talk about. How are you settling
Hard
in?
to say, cop man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before everything's properly synced.
Huh. I'm gonna say no to that. I'm inclined to believe that's a troll.
I did get to talk to the crab man though.
You mean Tiago?
Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a psychic rundown of this place.
Are you not actually a troll with that name?
Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us.
You mean all his mother's love stuff isn't too spooky for you?
Have you been listening to what Egg's been saying? Love is hardcore, man. And the mother's love is the hardest core of all.
Just an inkling I get, but if not, then all good. We'll start over from there. I mostly just hang out with LGBT friends who find it funny. All right, fair enough. I don't know why I feel like I'd be like a high priority for trolls. I think I've just gotten so many of those. Hey, give us money for fake followers, so I just expect the worst now. But welcome. I will say I'm not interested, but you do you. Thank you for coming by.
The man picks up on stuff, and he knows a lot about the church. I got a lot to learn from him.
Yeah, very cheap. You guys don't even give me any money. What if I do to Harry? Could be fun. But whatever you want, man. I don't see it, but to each their own.
Good thing you didn't squash him.
Could you have used your sign sense to help me?
Trying to get a line with the big bad, are ya? Those are some serious frequencies you want to mess with.
Come on, Noid. I think we owe him.
How is his signs gonna help?
Marcel's right. He's one of us now.
Yeah, alright. But if you're going to sync up with them, you're gonna need a serious wave generator of your own. You understand what I'm saying?
What about the radio relay tower at Land's End? Is that serious enough?
Not likely. Scoped that spot a while back. It's shortwave stuff, mostly commercial. Plus it's all rusted out.
Build it ourselves. We built this nightclub. We can build anything.
Wait, could we build a radio transmitter ourselves?
Yeah, maybe. Tech-wise, radio's not the spookiest thing around. Our part's finding an antenna big enough to align with those mega low frequencies.
An antenna hardcore enough to shake the whole world!
Okay, I'm kind of tired of these
Maybe
guys
not
already.
that big, but pretty big.
Boring cop, boring ideas. Hold on, let's take paranoid conceptualization. No reason to fail it if I can, I have nothing in conceptualization, huh? Okay. That's probably enough already. 2 things. Plus 2, I mean.
Yo, man, what's on
Yeah,
your
that
mind?
seems pretty good.
Close your eyes. Unfold your mental map of Martinez. It's morning. You're standing on the plaza before the whirling in rags. The wind pushes a piece of tear across the cracked tiles. From the north comes the malicious laughter of 2 children.
Tear is so vague. I mean, I know this is made from a... Wait, is that even a European thing? Calling it tear? Turn to face the bay.
Your eye follows the tiles west. You see a bench and a few twisted, pitiful trees. Then, just water. From behind you, a low, spectral voice whispers, "Nay."
Turn to face the apartments.
Beyond the unkempt backyard rises a monstrous assemblage of concrete, plaster, and corrugated sheet metal. The voice again, more urgent now. "Nay."
Turn to face the traffic circle.
You turn around. The morning sun is blinding. You bring your hand to your brow, and a great shadow materializes before you. A towering beast, frozen in mid-air.
The statue of Felipe III.
Centaur Man is made of metal. With the right gear, we could make it work.
Oh god, it really did hurt my neck.
Yeah! Connect the centaur to the lorries! Unite the whole roundabout in hardcore waves!
Huh? Sounds like Egg saying you could use some of the spare cables to rig up the stalled motor lorries and increase the wavelength.
God, I really do need to grab the... Like, I'm not into that kind of music, but it's kind of vibing with me right now. I really do need to grab the soundtrack for this.
Which would pretty much make the old roundabout one giant antenna.
One roundabout! One wavelength! Hardcore!
I probably already had it on vinyl, and it's all super sold out now. About time. Those other antennas were cramping my style.
It's gonna be the most hardcore antenna in Martinez, and probably all of Revachol West.
No thanks.
We have the amps! We have the cables! We're almost ready! Yeah!
Open edition. Why is the open edition sold out? What the fuck?
He's right. All we're missing now is the transceiver itself. Soon as you find one, we'll be all set.
Does that mean they're not gonna have it back? Where am I supposed to find a radio transceiver?
I don't know. Buy one? Steal one? I don't know your cop ways.
And before you ask, no, you can't have the radio from my kinema.
You know what, Kim? I'll find an even better radio on my own.
I highly doubt that. When I crank the volume on my dyno wave, it's like you're in the front row at the National Concert Hall.
I didn't know Speed Freaks FM had a concert series.
Joke all you want, detective. Whatever radio you manage to scrounge up won't lay a finger on my setup.
You know, there's something like... I don't know how to quite phrase this, but it's like I feel like the people who played the game as a fascist are the same ones who bought the $50 vinyl soundtrack and are now selling it for $500. Alright, have a good night, lady. Thanks for swinging by. Alright, Kim, challenge accepted.
A cop-on-cop challenge. Not bad. Let's see what you come up with.
Didn't
I have
he-
to say, cop cars and lorries usually pack the best equipment in town.
Didn't he have something we could use?
Can't do it. We just got this place set up. Can't go risking Egg's most important equipment.
Do radio computers have transceivers in them?
Yeah, probably. Thing is, you'd have to be an engineer to get it out. I'd stick with regular radios if I were you.
I think I saw a radio in that office near the harbor.
Some equipment from Harbour could work. Worth the legwork at least.
Eep, oh yeah, it was like leopard or something. I think I saw. What was it? Origami jacket. Do you think the pawn shop will have one?
Maybe. If you want to pay money like some kind of money lord, yeah, pawn shop could have one.
Alright, I guess I need to find one of those transceivers.
While you're gone, me and Egg will get the rest of the gear together. Meet us back here when you got it.
What's with these clothes?
They're hardcore.
You look like a woman with those earrings.
You know what I think? I think man, woman, and child are arbitrary divisions which serve to bind humanity to serfdom.
That's
They're
it?
just clothes.
Are they? They look outlandish.
It's just a style, you know, normal hard style. Anyone can wear it.
I want to talk more about this
Dead
place.
body, spirit, and sure.
What did Tiago tell you about the
The
church?
Crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
Do you mean there are dead bodies here?
Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical.
What's it for?
Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isola. I think that's what the Crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church surrounding it to contain it.
I don't get it. Contain what
I
exactly?
don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either, what it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking for and trying to measure. It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
The wood creaks as a gale blows by. Outside, dust particles fall through the darkness, settling down on the age-bleached floorboards. The structure does not feel particularly durable.
Building seems less than structurally sound.
No, it's pretty fucking unsound if you ask me. They should have built a club for Nordic music around it instead.
Okay.
Nordic music will definitely contain whatever we're dealing with.
I feel like he puts a little too much faith in Anodic music.
And if it can't, well,
What makes you think Suna's going to fail?
seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance.
Found a doomed commercial area in Martinez proper. Maybe it's the same thing in Ubis, the Ubis we're trying to contain.
Like a concentric ring spreading out. The struggling villages. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here.
You think there's any merit to the theory?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, Cop Man. Even I have limits. I'm a limited size person.
Well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about.
Maybe you can figure things out, Cop Man. I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
Why are you so suspicious about things?
Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise to get our signs synced.
Why are you called Noid anyway?
It's short for paranoid.
May I ask why? What good is being suspicious?
A reasonable question. Say I get hurt. I want to make sure it never happens again. So I analyse the situation. Exercise caution. Caution is suspicion.
What are you suspicious of?
It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious of sound and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away.
Sounds like the Insane Clown Posse. And what are the most suspicious things?
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment, the pig-wheat paradigm.
Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around.
Does it mean you are mentally ill?
Mental illness is a term the powers use to homogenise people. I think I don't reach mental illness. I am merely politically ill, a suspicious element.
Don't you mean the left-right paradigm and the pig-wheat complex?
No, politics is an inert complex of daily corruption and inane think pieces. The real paradigm is economic, and it concerns pig and wheat. This is where the innovation happens. It's only a theory, but I suspect they're breeding a pig-wheat hybrid. Probably in Grad.
Tell me more about the left-right business.
I prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity.
Oh, he means literally pig and wheat.
The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray. Far from our true lives, but we may yet find a way back.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology.
What's suspicious about the production of pork and wheat?
It's our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves.
What's bad about cereal grain? Having enough food could be a precursor for greater things.
Yes, having food is means to an end. But the left never talks about the end, only the means. Caps are likewise suckers, constantly sleepless in worry.
Well, that was certainly stimulating. I want to ask you about something
His
else now.
eyes flicker.
You mentioned true life. What would that be
The
like?
life is true if it's free from fear, an eternal division among oneself and others. Mankind has seeds of greatness in it. A germinal will come, a return to trueness. It will be hardcore.
How would you go about returning to this true life?
Beats and bright lights to shatter falsehoods. Nerve impulses for the collective body. We are very much alike in basic structure. An hard enough beat would awaken everyone to a truer calling. In unity.
Just like that. The speed freak is right in your face. his eyes burning. His comrades look on worriedly. Rejection of the right-left axis. Emphasis on unity. Appreciation of some primordial mode of being. What does that remind you of?
Sort of like fascism then.
Nationalism, militarism, racism, and emphasis on a leader character are totally absent in hardcore.
Fair enough. I'm just making an observation.
He picks up a wrench and scratches his head with it, unaroused by fascism.
I would hope he's unaroused by fascism. So you're advocating for a noise-based society?
Many non-Occidental cultures share a beat at their art. Thus, they are closer to true hardcore life.
Lord of the Western Plain, it is really happening right here. The migrants are contaminating our youth.
I should have known. You're talking about the Kips. That's why you're so wacky. No need to get overexcited about it right now. Where were you? You keep mentioning hardcore. What does it mean to you?
Utmost dedication. Thoughts from the spinal cord. It's a potent superlative as well.
The term also signifies certain varieties of pornography that depict penetration, just so you know.
Egghead usually has a better concept of the hardcore. He just really likes saying hardcore.
Hardcore!
Hell yeah, the term hardcore also denotes a strain of pornography that depicts penetration. Did you know that?
That's a pretty hardcore coincidence, don't you think?
Yeah!
Let's change the subject.
Oh yeah, sure thing.
Internalize the hardcore aesthetic. Don't just nod. Really feel it. Hold on, let's I might have room for more. Composure. That gap there keeps bugging me. Oh shit, I think I might have changed something. I had +1. Didn't I think I had +2 before. See, I'm pretty sure I right click. Yeah, conceptualization. There we go.
Yo, man, what's on your mind?
Aggressive, monotonous.
My brain is bad. Intellect? Never mind, I have a lot of room. A lot of room for improvement
Yo, man,
in my brain.
what's on your mind?
Dedicated, hyperactive, unified. You will have to add something of your own to understand this list of loosely formed qualities called hardcore. You need your own entry. Make it. Test your limits. Surpass them. Dance till you drop. Dance till you die, if you must.
Nearly did earlier.
Overwhelm them with moves. Try to have the most moves going on.
What the fuck? Hard people, hard republic, hard cell, hard people, hard party, hard riot, hard government, core membership, core security. This is taking place in Rovichel Hardcore Rising. It could only happen here in the bottom of the geopolitical abyss. Those are the war horns of today. They'll be given a fresh start.
Oh yeah, it feels manly.
We're close.
Says a young man standing behind the mixer deck, pumping his fist in the air. Lung-shaped trees grow on his silver belt buckle.
True, hard, full, car. Hardcore!
But is it? I mean, really?
Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural, Gotwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Gotwaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name.
Yeah.
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark. Yeah!
He missed one A.
You missed an A there. I yelled mine with 6A, so you have to yell it with 6 too.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the mic enforcer, the sixth checker. I am the law. The close. True, hard, full, hardcore. Yeah!
This young man, or maybe,
The Y to the yeah!
he missed one A.
It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice.
I feel like
close.
is
True,
this
hard, full,
what I have to do
hardcore.
to solve his puzzle?
This young man, or maybe,
Hard cop! You know about him too?
He moves his mouth, but sound doesn't come out. Egghead's eyes are the size of saucers. Looks like you rendered him
You
speechless.
know Van Eyck?
Oh yeah, I'm a major Egghead.
Wow.
the skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I! So am I!
He begins to shake his head so everyone would understand.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because
Egghead to the mega! The K became the G! The boy became the man! The advent? The club. True! Hardcore! Yeah!
This young, or maybe,
Hardcore!
you know Van Eyck.
Your friend Estelle mentioned him.
Good, good.
The advent?
I thought
The
I was
club.
getting
True.
somewhere.
Hardcore! Yeah!
this young, or maybe,
Hardcore!
You know Van Eyck. Oh,
Turn phrase.
well, it really is him. It's an honest-to-God Van Eyck beat. Well, actually, a reworking of a Peppy Popic and Arsos track. But let's not get too deep into that whole mess.
The advent? The close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the. Here comes the night. The close. True. Hardcore.
Doug, I can play around with his shadow.
Hardcore. Internally coherent.
Wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanging behind the Whirling and Rags
Good
hostel.
morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yekokata. The place to be.
I'm beginning to think this really doesn't have anything to do with the case.
It's the message, so listen and you will see. No illusion. The spirit is what you feel. The club. True. Hardcore. Yeah.
this young man, or
Yep.
maybe,
The what? Yeah.
he missed one.
I'm the hard. The cloud. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the neck.
All
Here
right.
comes the night.
Fuck.
The
I'm forgetting
cloud.
which ones
True.
I've already done.
Hardcore.
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega.
All
Here
right.
comes
No.
the cloud. True. Hardcore. Hardcore.
Say nothing.
Internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yekokata. The place to be.
But Yokokata is a catastrophe zone, a desolate wasteland. It can't be the place to be.
Yekokata is a hardcore play.
An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth. Intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind. A pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place.
The club. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally coherent. All core. All right.
Please tell me, what exactly are you doing?
Gotta get the people going.
I see.
Yeah. Request. I want everybody's close to the stage.
I mean, if I just keep trying, will I eventually get there?
Internally all core. Gotta get the. I'm the party boy. It's my job.
What is a party boy?
Hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
There is a place far away in Cutler, beyond a certain latitude, known as Winter's Orbit, where there are 25 hours in a day. It is a tremendously cold place, abandoned to drunks and failed rock stars, full of eternite, depression, and half-finished ski-flying hills. The Suru live there.
The club. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internal. All core. Gotta get the. I'm the party boy. It's my job.
I think I'm also a party boy.
2 on a track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack. The cloud. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. Internally all core.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore.
No, but seriously,
Ah!
I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question.
But there was no question. The cloud. True. Hardcore. Hardcore. hardcore to internally all core.
He furrows.
Hard. The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question? The cloud. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to internally all core.
He furrows.
Hardcore. Ah!
So hardcore.
Is it though?
I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to internally all core.
He furrowed.
Is it though?
It is.
What is it? I mean, really?
The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously.
There it is.
I'm a bit worried it isn't.
He frowns and starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Why are there lungs in your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love!
L'amour, la compassion, la autodiscipline.
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on, 'cause I've never loved someone like you before.
A dopamine surge accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp, dissipating into your neck. Feels good, like a spark of life in that moribund sponge you call your body.
Lungs are for love!
Why would lungs be for love?
When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back.
So-
Yeah!
He does like Dolores Day?
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
Really?
I think so.
Doesn't sound like a thing that would happen.
But that's what everybody saw. Explain it as you please. But it doesn't really do to just deny it ever happened.
How do you like it in the church?
Yeah! Back on the case! No disgrace! Bring it down to party place! The first page of the second chapter!
Could it be? Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate, more like.
You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, then his expression clear.
It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
I am the law and an expert in these matters. Let me be the judge of what is hyper, super, or ultra hardcore.
The young man looks at you reverently, as if observing the judgment inside your head, growing, taking form. His friend drops his loitering act and turns toward you two. He, too, waits for your judgment with undivided attention. If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop!
So give me art cop points.
I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, How could anything be?
Does it matter? Like, is that oh, I guess it does change my available answers from time to time. Sounds suspicious, like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Try to think if anything could make it harder, Core.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
In my case, it's mainly just because, my brain is dead. Continue.
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
I like the idea that he's genuinely just forgot that he is the police. But, like, regardless of all the drinking, whatever the reason, he is here and he forgot that he is part of the police. Nothing. Me being the police isn't going to help us.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Actually, it's more likely to hinder us.
Oh. Uh-huh.
And I have a job to do instead of this absurd idiocy. Goodbye. Okay, well, hold on. Let's see. Need to go back. Yeah, wait, where do I have a phone? Oh, in the car. Right. I'll use the car to call the library. Return. I could do some smokes just to get rid of that. I'm not gonna do those. I already did return to the dead body. Do I need to go again during the day? Take on the responsibility. Find working transceiver. Okay. Ask Claude. She would not answer anything.
Yes, what is it?
How's the project going? I see that your neighbors have moved in, but all I hear is anodic dance music.
What?
Said,
What
how's the
did
project
you say?
going?
I can't hear you! The music is too loud! Oh, the project! It's not going well!
Why?
There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Egghead! A 3.5 cable! Into the auxiliary input! Okay?
Hold on. Okay, yeah, no. Never mind. No. I was gonna point something out wrong, but I am an idiot. Why don't you just ask him?
He doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yekukata! A place to be, apparently!
I'll speak to him, see what I can do.
Thanks! Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes!
She does jazz hands to mock him.
Let
Good.
me know how it goes!
Well, I solved the puzzle, so he might be...
Denarian Church! The place to be! Make some noise, my church people!
He might work with me now.
Vibrations thump through your blue soul. The music sounds much better in the church. A hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, tangled in its branches, something bronze flutters in the wind. He stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer, one reel spinning. The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side, you see an auxiliary line in with the number 4.5 written next to it.
Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
Does that mean you're a thought reader?
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Yeah! Reversion imperative!
Unless you were thinking Revershow imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
But I was thinking Revachol imperative.
That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop too.
So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist?
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Palaceum. She was a communist, though.
Yeah! With the rebel yell!
So why aren't you a communist? Communism is the truth.
I can be a communist! If you want that, do you want me to be a communist?
Please don't turn him into a communist.
Oh yeah, turn him into a communist. Come on, it would be super.
Don't be a communist, that path is too hardcore.
Aye!
He yells, you guess he won't become a communist after all.
I can be a
Please don't.
Oh yeah.
Be a communist,
turn him into a
dickhead.
communist. Come
Future
on,
needs your
it would
help.
be-
Aye! I can be a
Please don't.
Oh yeah, turn
Don't
him
be a
into a
communist.
communist. Come on.
Wait, what
it
am I
would be
saying?
super.
Of course be a communist.
Aye!
I guess you guess he is a communist now.
I can be a
Please don't turn.
Oh yeah, turn him in.
I thought there were more. Okay, tell me something else.
Communism rules the nation!
He looks at you with an almost impossibly wide, shining grin, looking to you to see if you approve. Right on, comrade luminary.
Here comes the sun!
You could swear you feel the bright future of the working classes, reflected of Jermaine Egghead's giant smile, and right onto your face. Revolution makes your toes curl in anticipation.
Is your real name Jermaine?
Dark Hard Hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Basically, yes it is.
Maybe your body can tell you what Arno van Eyck Jams is missing to make it harder core.
No,
What the
that would
fuck?
be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles.
That was 97! Alright, goodbye,
Alright.
egghead. I think I might have capped that one. I did cap that one.
Good morning, comrade!
Will you please route Suna's signal through your
Yeah!
speakers?
To the mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary! What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5?
3.5, no doubt about it. It's on the ground. Point to it.
Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here.
He searches for the cable on the ground and picks it up, looking at the jack.
Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good people.
With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line and you hear a satisfying click.
Whoa, thank God. Adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality.
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Egg, the music?
Everybody, don't panic. I'm going to turn off the on for just a sec for a special scheduled event. The Arno will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. All right, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes, and then I'll turn off the music.
Alright, goodbye. What about contact mic?
Yes, what is it?
Alright, I talked to him. He plugs in the cable. You can now unmute your speakers.
Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum!
Shouts Egghead, a great smile, still adorning his face larger than a red dwarf star.
Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
Glue style? Okay, there literally is no other way. The mixing desk is glued to Metronome.
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless.
What? Why do you want to turn down the volume?
Because I'm afraid that something might happen. It's an unknown phenomenon. We can always turn it back up if there's a need.
Can't turn down the hardcore!
I think what Egghead is trying to say is that the volume is stuck on maximum.
Of course it is.
Yeah! Permanent enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready. Ready.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Not so stoically, his hand moves to the gun holster.
Hold on for a moment.
What?
Maybe, never mind, let's do this. I'm ready. Whoa.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
She lifts her hands from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room.
No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls.
He was the 5,000 to 1 rank outsider. True underdog story. He overcame physical and mental challenges to become a champion.
In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It's out there now, in the world, made manifest. It will devour everything. The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Guys, what's going on?
There's alarm in the man's voice as he steps back to scan the surroundings. A slight rattle like crystal clattering in the cupboard fills the air, joining the chorus.
This fragile world is about to break.
It's getting louder.
Says Noid, his eyes riveted on the strange circle of water basins.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
You hear Egghead yell, then something else, but his voice is growing faint.
He's peaking. The worst high he's ever been on.
Hey, what's that weird rattling sound?
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
No, Egg, it's the window. The glass shards around Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating. Oh, fuck, is it gonna bring her back?
The window is going to come down. No, the roof!
She looks up. A screech fills the air, a scream of wooden nails. The pillar of the church twist and creak above and around you.
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Come down to us! Love!
Below it, all the bass grows, like the jaws of a giant compressor gnawing on metal and wood. It does not sound benevolent at all. It's shaking the building's foundation. The floor twists. A great pulse arises in your flesh.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Oh, I want to dance with somebody.
Oh, I want to feel the heat with somebody.
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you?
Lumen is furiously pressing down on the keyboard, but the sound doesn't stop.
Yes, I've turned it off.
She yells, holding the contact mic in her hand.
Andre, pull the compressor. The place is gonna come down.
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's...
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
I get it's in the desk.
And then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswolf isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now.
So is that good?
Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start.
Kim, did you hear that?
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again.
What was that? I've never heard anything like that.
It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically, I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
Stuff is stuffing? I don't really know. What something in particular that we're any particular stuff? You're gonna write Slolis Law?
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear. They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway.
What happens now? Are you going to...
Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Sulispov. Also devise further measurements.
You know how to be friendly?
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway.
That's the best she can manage for Andre. It's quite a lot in truth. For her, at least.
Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach.
I feel
You're
like
still alive.
I feel like the large gap you're creating there. Form a theory on the 2mm hole in the world.
You don't have to. You already have. A
What?
long time ago.
Wait, how?
These thoughts formed in you somewhere, in a long-forgotten discussion, behind a kitchen table, in the evening light. And a woman, she was there too. Her hair smelled of shampoo as she was smoking.
Suna, is it the origin point of the pail?
What?
The swallow, it's how it starts. It's baby pail.
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
No, look up first. We are 20 meters from the very edge.
She looks up into the darkness under the nave, then back at you. You have her full, undivided attention. The lieutenant's, too. He takes his glasses off.
The pail is only an effect, a transition between the world and that.
Then what is that?
It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing.
It's less.
No.
It's less than nothing. The final rest state for reality. Imagine if all this, spread your hands, never was.
Then the Pale is...
Simply a gradient.
But the gradient, it clearly hasn't started yet. We're here, and the Pale is not.
Why are you so pale? Because I don't leave the house. One day, when it's larger, it will
I
be.
understand. A theory of the Pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes. Like a cancer or a mold. Erupting in points inside the world.
This is one of those places.
According to this, how long?
Until it starts swallowing, it's already started. Starting with sound.
And information. Causing data losses in the East Insulindian front. Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects in addition to sound and data?
I also have a question, since we are piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM...
It didn't form in a church. The church formed it.
Of course! A pine wood sarcophagus, or a containment facility of some kind, built by the first settlers.
Yes, acting on an instinctual level or religious practice we've forgotten.
I have considered the same. The bad news is, there were 7 pinewood churches built in the first decade of provincial settlement. Most of them were burnt down during the revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but...
Some of them might. A black grain hanging in the air.
All the failed businesses in the doomed commercial area. All the failure in Martinez.
You think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the outcome of events here? Even say software development?
Or maybe a really good cop suddenly becoming a really bad alcoholic? Maybe that's the cause, right? Right, guys? Right? It's the pail that did it. Right? Even the revolution was defeated. Here, I mean, it's kind of an anthroponetic history.
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building. With amenities. But no, the artists like the milieu, the writers like the history. I told them.
I should let people working in there know about this. They might be affected.
You mean Plaisance and the dice maker? There was almost no one left when we packed up.
No, just the dice maker. I don't think Plaisance would survive this knowledge.
Then go tell her.
I think I've had this thought before. That's how I know.
An amateur anthroponetic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a hell of a guess, however. Well worded, I might add.
Yes, it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthroponetic scientists.
One day, all the world will be like that 2mm hole.
She falls silent, The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window, cold and moist.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest? Some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe...
Man, you will certainly sound man.
One more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
Perhaps not.
Yeah! Once the light is on in the universe, it will never go out!
Thank you, Egghead. Let's leave it at that, shall we? We have anthroponetic detection to perform in this district.
I do have one mystery that still needs solving. The radio ghost in the doomed commercial area's electronic doorbell.
The creepy woman! We were wondering about that when we worked there, but I had completely forgotten about it ever since. It must be anthroponetic crosstalk, the one you get in radios and long-distance calls. Now it makes sense, with the pail right on the doorstep.
Incredible. This would also explain why we get it on the police radio all the time.
Anthroponetic crosstalk?
It's quite common, actually. When the signal gets routed through pail, all kinds of irregularities take place. You may hear snippets of someone else's conversation, or the voice of your former lover, or an echo of an event that took place 100 years ago. Pale is a shroud of memories, and it doesn't really distinguish to whom those memories belong to. You could hear anything.
That makes sense. Thanks for explaining that to me.
Anytime.
Okay, am I finally done in here? I've been in this church way longer than I wanted to be. Look for Ruby on the coast. Return to the Feld mural. Consult the wind if you don't know what to do. Other than that, keep searching the coast. Find children of the big sea. But who are the children and what do they know? How are you doing, Kim? It's been a... Feld. Shiver is impossible. Alright. Let's call the local library.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. Hold on. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
That is... That's not what I think of when I think of librarians. I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Magine, a reader.
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
On Moreau Drive in Central Jamrock, in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
I was gonna say, we never explained that we're cops, but I guess the operator did.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
I'm not really that good with addresses. Nah, yes, home address is fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says.
That's this
all.
building here, isn't it?
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Do you have any other information on Billy Magine?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
You hear someone answer from afar.
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes, okay. If it was the police, She starts explaining something.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
Good. You have a name now.
So Billy Magine is a woman, not a man? How did your colleague know that it was her husband?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
Do you know her husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Can Marie describe to me what the husband looked like?
Marie! She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What was he wearing?
1 second.
Just get her on the phone, what the fuck?
Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Thank you, that's all for me. I have no other questions.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me?
I'm done.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
So, while most-ish of you are here, I should give you a heads up. Next weekend's gonna be short. Gonna be going away a couple days. So probably... Who's that?
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
I think just Friday, Saturday. Might even have to call off Saturday, but I don't think so. I think we'll be fine. I have to get up early on Sunday, but I think maybe just a shorter stream on Saturday. Just do my job, ma'am.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie. Mexican origin.
Ooh.
The pin is an antique. Quite special.
Ooh. She hands you a thin ribbon held together by a silver bird skull.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is...
I don't really... Hold on, what does it look like? Oh, a bolo tie, okay.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
So, I checked all the traps.
Good. Okay. And?
And one of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Yes, there was nothing in the traps. No locusts, no phasmids.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
The empty trap was the one at your campsite. Maybe that factors into it somehow.
I definitely left that one stocked.
Right from the campsite? Just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
God, you two are so fucking stupid. I hate you so much.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them.
Of course, more clever.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
I don't think it's too hard to be more clever than them.
Another trip to the Reeds.
Oh, that's who the other guy was. Okay. Yes, that's exactly what it is. What a deft hunter. It's not very scientific to reason backwards from the conclusion you want to be true.
I appreciate your concern, officer, but please leave this to the experts. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture.
You're jabbing at the soft underbelly of his psyche. He realizes he's gotten defensive.
Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société, cryptozoologique de Ravachol is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened? Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Damn it, Lieutenant. Have you no intellectual curiosity?
Develop an alternative theory about the missing locusts. Kuno's a hooligan. Oh.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too.
We're gonna ruin their thing by just saying, yeah, that little douchebag stole your food.
You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
I think a little hooligan named Kuno may have stolen the locusts.
A little hooligan? But what would a child want with bugs?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
I'll talk to little Grim and see if anything comes up.
Delinquents. My favorite.
It doesn't sound like it's really his favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs.
He looks at his tea.
Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologise, Gary. You've been more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
He keeps the language unemotional, but it's in there. Disappointment.
Do I want to talk to Gary anymore?
Very generous of you to help us out, officer. I'm sure glad to be back from that little excursion. Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Oh, right, fascist. You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be a really good one?
I think so, sorry. As you know, I've been having... Yes.
Well, this is that racist.
Yes, our lucky racist. Will you grant us 3 wishes, Gary? Are you, Gary? Are you a racist?
Hey, man. All I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact.
Do you have a problem with Sealites?
No. No problem at all.
He flashes an impenetrable smile at the lieutenant.
Sounds like some conspiracy topic. You might be able to discuss it with him when the lieutenant isn't here. If you can remember it. Return without the lieutenant for this.
Not many.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be a really good one? Well, this is that racist.
Yes, our lucky racist.
Hey, man. All I meant was there are not many Sealites around here.
He's a lieutenant.
I'm just stating a fact.
The lieutenant is a native of Revachol.
Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections.
Sounds like some conspiracy topic. You might be able to discuss it with him when the lieutenant isn't here. If you can remember it. Return without the lieutenant. For this, your balance organ thinks it's a waste of time.
Your balance organ?
Not many.
Do you remember how? Well, this is
Will you
that
grant us
racist.
3 wishes?
Hey, man. All I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact.
Yes, what are they doing in... And that's the all of their
The
screaming.
lieutenant looks up at you, almost.
Oh my,
sadly.
no. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, nothing like that. Definitely not scheming.
Sounds like some return without the lieutenant. For this, your balance organ thinks it's a waste of time.
But here's the thing, I'm stupid.
Again?
Yes?
Ask Kuna find the real reason why the local kid. Oh my god, I'm not investing that much time into these dumb insects. Oh, there we go. That finally gets in progress. Billy Majean's 3-room building in North Apartment 20. I mean, I'll go talk. You don't need to exhaust. Yes, I do.
Fuck does Kuno care?
I'm looking for children of the Big C. Would that be you?
Kuno is the big C pig, and Kuno doesn't have fucking diaper rats, does he?
I don't know. Does he?
You words, Kuno, pig-o! No fucking diaper rats!
What does that mean? You wouldn't happen to know anything? Do you remember getting that one dialogue? You know, the one. Vaguely. I don't remember what it was. You wouldn't happen to know anything about any missing locusts?
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
Say one of these fascist or communist things or fuck off.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, C.
Now they're gonna take you to Lane Prison!
What's this about?
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
Lame. That rings some bells. Could this be connected to Night City? AKA the... Yeah, that's pretty lame. Sounds like art.
It's about Rage City.
Oh god, Kuno, no! It's gonna happen now. They're gonna make you lame.
Stop it, C. No one's gonna make anyone lame. Kuno's got this under control.
There's definitely something going on here. You should check out Kuno's shack. The one with the pig's head.
The fuck do you want with it? Oh, that. Kuno decapitates too brutal for you, huh? Kuno, fuck your tongue off.
No, I just want to get back to the shack.
Course you want back in... Oh, that. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Too brutal for
I
you,
think I'm
huh?
going insane, Kuno.
Why are you fucking on yourself in front of Kuno? Talk kingdom to Kuno, or fuck off.
I've had
Good
enough of
call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
this. Wait, have I not been in there? Do I still need to figure out how to get in there? Let's talk about your
The
shack.
fuck do you want with it?
It's with the pig head.
Oh, that. Kuno yeah, to the both of you.
He is incredibly pleased with himself, right?
Oh, that. Yeah, Kuno. Oh, that.
What?
Fuck you, shit!
Well played. No one saw that coming.
Good call,
I don't-
Pig.
oh,
Kuno
yeah.
doesn't...
It was over here, wasn't it? Game just isn't going to assume in every possible... It's crawling with locusts in here.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows, like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case.
The lieutenant looks around, writes something in his notebook, and turns to
Of the
you.
locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
Yes, precisely what I was thinking.
Yes. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
You think the Insulindian phasmid is nearby?
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know?
Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment.
We should talk to Kuno about this. Get him to stop.
I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
That's actually a phone slogan from an aggressive, youth-oriented campaign. That, like, took me upstairs or something in it. Yeah. Oh, right. That's where I jumped and almost died. Did die. And then I reloaded the safe. Sound of melting snow dripping off the roof. It's strange.
Fuck does Kuno care?
I know you took the locust from the traps that the cryptozoologist set up.
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
You say you don't give a fuck about bugs, then you go and build a whole bug town.
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Stop!
She wails from behind the fence, then buries her face in her hands.
Locusts coming down like a shadow. This must be the night city he mentioned when you asked him where he's been.
So that in there is Night City.
Yeah, Locust City. City of rage. City of lights.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination. The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort. The lameness is causing her physical pain.
Good.
The damage may be permanent.
I dislike her even more than him. Cedar Range sounds like a cool place.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you. Oh, that's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're...
An artist? Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno, Kuno.
Hold on, did I hear you right? Making art is a worthy calling. I'm something of an artist myself.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds. Don't let him, Kuno.
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free. Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window.
That depends on the choices you make, young girl.
Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence. For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. You got him. Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone.
I need to stop taking traps from this. Stop taking locusts from the traps. The cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno. She doesn't know whether to be glad because Kuno is finally convinced of the lameness, or more worried because of his continued use of the first-person singular. Kuno is Kuno, not I.
I have to ask, what does the City of Locust mean?
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck. Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
What's going to happen to the Locust, not toward the shack?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
Okay, now that's settled, I better be off.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
The Insulindian Phasmid.
He recognizes the name.
Wait, you know what the Insulindian Phasmid is?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
As you leave, you notice his usual rooster-like swaying posture has changed. Slowed down, like clockwork unwinding.
Okay, can I be done with those idiots now? As promised, report your findings to the cryptozoologist. Okay. I'm gonna get pulled into even more with them, aren't I?
Hello, officer.
I chat with the kid.
I think I
Kuno.
almost have it. A new trap design.
He
that
promised
is.
to stop stealing the
I know you're-
locust.
So it was just a child.
He purses his lips, crestfallen.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone. A hidden worry. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season when it's warmer.
That's just something people tell themselves when they fail.
Man, I'm really feeling this is costing me time on my main investigation.
Of course, sweetie. You've helped us so much already. Everyone would understand if you...
It's not worth risking your health. You should call it a day and go home.
He's right, dear Morel. Come now, we've waited so long. What's one more season?
They are so going to die before the next season.
Self-deceit, sire.
You're right, dear. We'll get our shot yet. I'm sure of it.
The slouch in his shoulders tells you otherwise. He doesn't know how many more field expeditions he has left in him.
This place is much better for fieldwork in the summer, believe me.
Thank you, dear. And you, Detective Fox? You've been great company to an old lady and her stubborn husband.
You're right, Lena. The RCM is worth their salt. More so than they say on the radio.
Wait, can I have your address in case there's news?
Okay. It's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jammer. But
See you around, Wheels. Goodbye, Lena.
goodbye.
The fuck? That's what her thing sounds like? Now I kind of feel bad. I mean, there's... I wasn't going to keep filling the traps for them, so I mean, there's really nothing else I could have done, but I don't know. That felt like a bummer. I don't know. Why did I fuck something up? You always make me worried. No, but now she's gone. Yeah, but like, he was gonna die if they didn't leave, so, I mean... I think this is where I found her, right, Dice Maker?
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Why hasn't her business failed?
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
Hey, Neha. The curse is real, and I figured out why it has spared you.
Didn't we already talk about this?
It's because you're not in the same building as the others. This isn't technically the doomed commercial area.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
No, this used to be a coal plant. Touch the safety curtains. You're in the chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense.
She looks around the makeshift nests that she carved out for herself, bewildered.
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
Let's say I have my own methods. Unusual methods.
And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
No one's ever really safe from the failure.
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
What?
Do you know what this is?
She raises her hand to reveal a piece of metal shining in her index finger. A lucky charm? A 70s ward?
It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
See, the curse is real. I bet you didn't run this little jewelry shop from the protective depth of the chimney.
No, you're right. I didn't. It wasn't just the jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
Don't call it a dump. You've made it nice and cozy.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls. It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world.
She picks up a pair of dice from the table and examines them under the light.
But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
I think I found the actual source of the curse.
You mean the curse that I'm spared of because I live outside its immediate reach?
Yes, well, about that.
I'm listening.
Just say, there's a 2mm hole in reality located in the church on the other side of the canal. I think it's related to the Pale.
Excuse me? A 2mm hole in reality? This can't be true.
I'm afraid it is, ma'am. Sona Lukanen killed the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident made the discovery.
So
And I
who's
helped.
involved in this?
She appears to take this in while the chatter from her headphones continues unabated.
So it's even worse than I thought. It's not just the commercial area that's cursed, it's the entire world.
She looks outside the window where daylight has filled the yard.
What? No, I wouldn't go so far as to say the entire world is doomed.
Just Martinez? In any case, thank you for stopping by. It's good to have an answer, even if I can't claim to understand it fully.
I think I pulled a new one, didn't I? Hardcore aesthetics. Hardcore. Fuck grammar. Precarious world. All red checks fit. Oof. Oof. Cleaning up the rooms. See, I like when it's all fits on here. Billy Magine. I kind of want to try to lift the weights again. Oh shit, I won't die immediately now. I have extra life. Is this Contact Mike, the boxing champion?
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its mother.
I might actually be able to at 72. Did I have room for more physical instrument? I do not. That was why you brought that up before, isn't it? What am I? Plus... Only 2? Oh, because one replaced the other. Just make sure I don't have any negatives. Conceptualization. +1. why does this hurt my authority? I don't understand.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Oh, that was green.
Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
Oh yeah.
A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor. For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to.
Good technique.
All right. Good workout, guys.
The barbell.
That didn't accomplish a whole lot there, huh?
Hello again, esteemed officer. Hi, Ace Detective.
A small mountain of colorful board.
Wonderful choice, sir. A wholesome family.
I'm rich now, so I'm just gonna buy dumb crap.
The display rack. This is entirely.
Oh yes, certainly. It is a bestseller.
Shelves filled to the... Shelves full...
Can I steal more books?
This bookstore... Several maps. The maps look old and...
I'm sorry, officer. They're quite valuable. Yes, yes.
What am I going to do with that board game?
In your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic. The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work. The exact location and time period are left deliberately vague.
Shake the box.
But the box has a nice heft to it. You hear the rattle of individual wooden tokens and feel their weight shifting back and forth. Even before you open it, you can tell that this will be a meaty game of grand strategy and complex player interactions.
Remove the plastic wrap.
The plastic wrap rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance.
Open the box.
There's a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components. Savor that new board game smell. A mix of wood, paper, and ink, all wrapped in the sweet must of cardboard.
Hey, Kim, want to play?
The lieutenant looks over the rulebook before he sees something that makes his eyes go wide.
Holy shit. The average playing time for this game is 1 to 6 hours. I'm not sure we can afford to set aside that kind of time for a game.
3%. What happens if you make it happen? Doesn't take up 6 hours, actually, does it? Read the rulebook.
Welcome to
Oh, fuck that, no.
Instruction. You soon figure out the basic concept.
I've read
You
enough.
hold
Fuck
the
that.
open game box before you. You open up and you hold the open...
How bad is my... Do I even have any suggestion? Yeah. I get the feeling, at the very least, it would give me an achievement for doing it.
The aging alcoholic is...
You can get a ton of XP from playing it. Oh wait, no, that took away suggestion. I don't have anything taking away points, do I? Let's see, hat. Not that. Nope. 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 There's no way this is getting played. Check the funky hat again. Which one is the funky hat? People. Oh, the conical
The
hat.
Suzerainty box is heavy and slightly awkward.
There's no
in
way
your
that's
hands.
happening.
You give it a light shake and feel the pieces shift around inside.
I think you're capped for clothes. Where is suggestion? Oof. This is not going to happen. Oh, right. Psyche is my really bad one.
What? Does the lieutenant hate fun? Is he the fun police?
Who died and made you the fun police?
The lieutenant gives you a sour look. He may or may not hate fun, but either way,
Persistent?
he doesn't appreciate your attitude. What is detective work if not an elaborate game? You need logical inference, attention to detail, the ability to analyze your opponent's motives.
Come on, it might help us think of a more creative solution to the case.
I do feel like my thinking has become somewhat rigid. Maybe a little diversion to keep the mind limber is just what's in order.
See? He's doing the hard work himself. All he needed was a little nudge.
Alright, you've convinced me. How do we play?
I don't know, let's wing it.
I see you bring the same unorthodox technique to playing board games as you do to detective work. When I thrash you, I want to make sure it's by the book.
The lieutenant flips through the manual more quickly than you're able to keep up with. Then you each take your bag of tokens and counters and unfold the board between you. In the center is the crown of Revachon. Radiating outward are her colorful vessels, each one supplying some raw material desired by the suzerain. Apricots from Safre, archaeological treasures from Ilmarat, sugars from the Seminine Islands, and magenta cocaine from Supra Muindi and Sara Maritza. There's also a neat little log to keep track of your progress in case you need to put the game away and return to it later. The lieutenant goes first. He draws a contract card and moves several of his workers to the Safre territory of the board and the others to the Seminine Islands.
Alright, detective. Your turn.
You have a few options available to you. Will you try to fulfill contracts right away or rearrange your workers to maximize production on future turns?
Try to fulfill the contract.
You draw a contract card offering a number of coins in exchange for archaeological treasures. You place all your workers on the Ilmarat territory. On your next turn, you produce 6 units of archaeological treasure and fulfill the contract for a handful of coins.
Not bad, detective.
But not good enough, the lieutenant seems to be saying. As he completes his own contract card, the lieutenant is rewarded with 4 coins and a round wooden token that he places in the center of the board.
That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points.
Why don't I get one of those?
Don't worry, it was mostly just luck. You'll earn some points soon enough. Points are nothing. They don't exist. They're just an arbitrary convention that games use to reward or punish players for certain behaviors.
If points are really arbitrary, as the lieutenant says, what's to stop you from playing the game the way you want?
Am I getting points right now?
There are some paranoid types who believe the moral intern keeps detailed score sheets for everyone in the Real Belt. But that's obviously nonsense. Otherwise, no. There are no points, just your actions and the consequences of those actions.
That's reassuring.
That's just the way it is. Now, I believe it's your turn.
Glancing over the board, you see several possible strategies. Pressing more workers into service would increase your economic output and help you to survive a possible conflict with the lieutenant. Or you could ignore your labor supply and focus on fulfilling contracts for points and resources. Those aren't your only options. You could also show your workers how much you appreciate them by investing some of that wealth in them.
Fuck that.
After all, they're the ones producing wealth for the suzerain. Well, sure, you can do that. It's just not a terribly effective strategy.
Finish the game later.
It's up to you.
Press more workers into service.
Using your powers of persuasion, you convince more workers to join your cause. After several turns, your worker tokens greatly outnumber the lieutenants. A vast army of expendable labor is at your command.
Gaze on your workers like a harsh but proud deity. Take pity on their miserable lives.
Too bad investing in your workers just isn't worth many points.
What do you mean?
Take a look at the scoring tables in the back.
It turns to one of the appendices you skipped over earlier.
You see in Table 8C that investing in territorial infrastructure multiplies your final victory point total by 1, which is to say not at all. Whereas erecting monuments in Revachol gives you a multiplier of 5.
So you're saying the values of a ruling class are completely divorced from the well-being of the people who generate their wealth?
Yes, precisely.
Nonsense. Remember what the lieutenant said. If points are arbitrary, who cares about winning? You should reject their system and just play how you... Now it's the lieutenant's turn to respond. He moves aggressively onto the Safre territory. Soon, his workers are producing a steady supply of extremely valuable apricots. For several turns, you struggle to respond to the lieutenant's burgeoning apricot empire. Eventually, you relocate the majority of your workers to Supremawindi and Saramaritsa, where they begin producing a bumper crop of cocaine tokens. You draw a new contract card. According to the text, there's an aristocrat willing to trade a large supply of cocaine for a number of coins and access to a rare bonus. Amplified music worth 7 victory points. Oh yeah, baby. Cocaine and rock music go together like cocaine and rock music.
Yep.
You know, this isn't unlike the situation the historical Revacholian suzerainty faced in Safre in the middle of the last century.
Tell me more.
Well, the suzerain was looking for new markets for all the cocaine it was producing, and it settled on Safre. By introducing cocaine into Safre under exclusive contract, the suzerain created an extremely valuable captive market for an extremely addictive product.
That's fucked up.
If you could somehow get the lieutenant's workers addicted to your cocaine, you could not only make them less productive, you would also force the lieutenant to pay you for your cocaine tokens.
Can you even do that?
Yes, you can. It's right there in the rules. You've reached a critical strategic juncture. How do you respond to the lieutenant's aggression?
Rock and roll, baby. Go for the contract.
It takes several turns, but you slowly begin accumulating the cocaine necessary to complete the contract. When you do, it practically rains cardboard coins on your side.
I get the feeling Harry has never had a hard time accumulating cocaine.
Feels good, doesn't it? But you know what would feel even better?
Winning the game?
Drugs. Specifically uppers. Speaking of, aren't you supposed to be looking for some right about now? While you daydream about speed, the lieutenant has built himself a formidable economic engine of his own. The end game is upon you. How will you spend the vast resources you've acquired for the glory of the suzerain? Flipping through the manual, you find the most expensive structure in the game, the Revacholian victory column, worth 12 victory points. If you can successfully build it, victory would be all but assured. Alternatively, you could try launching a trade war to crush the lieutenant's economy, or you could blow all that money on a public education system for your worker tokens. The choice is yours.
Son, Kim, launch a trade war.
The lieutenant nods gravely as you erect tariffs against his apricots and sugar. This is going to get ugly. With every turn, tariffs are raised until neither you nor the lieutenant are producing any income or generating resources for the suzerain. Even in the best of cases, it's impossible to really win a trade war. But this is far from the best case, and the lieutenant's apricot-powered economic engine crushes yours. Soon, your coffers are empty, and the map lies strewn with your worker tokens.
I hope you learned your lesson.
Yeah, never play board games.
Never fuck with Kim Kitsuragi.
Good
now,
end.
let's tally up the scores, shall we?
Computing the final scores is almost a game unto itself. You each spend an inordinate amount of time making stacks of coins, consulting tables, and struggling with basic addition and multiplication. After double, then triple checking your maths, you have your final score, -5 victory points. You'll be lucky if the suzerain doesn't have your whole family executed for such a pitiful performance.
I've got 15 points.
He says with a slight smirk on his face.
Don't look too glum, detective. There's always next time. Figuratively, I mean. There's no way we have time to play this game again. Now, let's clean up and...
You hold the open game box before you. The suzerainty box is heavy.
Oh, just let me... Did I? I don't feel like I got a lot of experience for that. Was 20 outside upstairs?
A weathered brown door. The number reads, "Something smells good. Soup allons, yo." The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. Get yourself together. It's just police work.
We should discuss this before we move on. What should we expect?
You're right. Let's talk this through.
He looks at the apartment door and lowers his voice a bit.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door and some folk music playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Do you have any advice on how to tell her?
Dad, just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
What if I don't want to do this?
Yes, it's hard. But there is no easy way to handle this information. It just has to happen, as soon as possible.
Alright, I want to do this. I don't want to do this. Let's turn around.
We can't. Someone has to deliver the news. Let's go.
This only makes it
leave. Alright. Because I feel like this is going to launch into a lot. Talking to her and stuff. And since Los is here, we're going to end it for the night. Boom. Alright. Cut it a little short tonight. I started late, whatnot, and blah, blah, blah. But just awkward timing, really. I should be back on Friday. Hopefully I will see you guys. Like I said, it is going to be a shorter weekend. So probably just Friday, Saturday. Well, at least Friday, hopefully Saturday, but Saturday should be fine. And I will not that short, a solid 2. Yeah, but not a full 2.5 like I've been trying to go for. Trying to get through games a little bit quicker. Fuck off, Los. Okay, whatever. Yeah, right on. Y'all have a good week. Hopefully I will see you on Friday. It was a Monday stream. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. So it's a school night after all. I will hopefully see you guys Friday for more of this as we go do sad stuff some more. Yeah. All right, y'all. Have a good week. Be good, y'all. We'll see you later. Good night.